Well, hello there. You're watching the Work from Home show. Again, it's Monday, and we love our Work from Home show. We're going to help find a job for you because lots of folks are needing a new job. And we're going to create all kinds of fun things like um, side hustles and all that, different types of jobs. And we're going to, there's the side hustles. I was reading the little stuff on there. And there's all kinds of stuff that we're going to talk about today to help you find a job so you can pay your bills. So, hello there. I'm Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe. And we have two wonderful ladies with us today. Our favorite, Marian LaSalle. Hi, Marian. How are you
I'm
today?
somebody's favorite. Wow. Cool.
Well, Marian has been all kinds of things in our talks because she's the wizard and the expert and the this. So she's a favorite too. She's the one who gets us on our show every day that we come on, and we love her fun things that she has to say on the shows. And of course, now we have Deborah. Hello, Deborah Bradford.
Hel-
Excuse me.
Hello, good morning.
Are you? We're so tickled to have you
Great.
on our show again today. So, Marian, I'm going to turn it over to you and let's get started in finding these people's work.
Yes. Thank you. Now, we do talk about all kinds of work. And my thing is, I'd rather you work from home and be flexible and go out if you want to, rather than having to show up somewhere to earn a paycheck. You know, this is a crazy world we're living in. And if you can stay at home, if that's what you want to do, then I think that's what you should be able to do. So everything we're going to bring to you today is something that you can do from home. And when I say from home, I really mean that. Literally, if you have a computer and a microphone and your abilities to get up in the morning and sit at the chair and work, you can find a job or create yourself a side hustle, which is my favorite. I love side hustles. My full-time job is side hustles.
And you have a bunch of them, and they're all wonderful.
I actually have six now. I used to have five, and now I have six. And it's definitely time consuming to have six side hustles.
Oh,
So if you want to focus on one, that's fine. If that's the type of person you are and you can dedicate yourself, that's great. So let's get right to it and figure out exactly what it is that you want to do. The first thing that I want to show you is something that I thought, oh my God, I could do that. And so that's why I like to bring you these types of things. It's from a company called Sutherland, but Sutherland represents Airbnb. So I'm going to pull it up and show you on the screen. Sutherland, they're now hiring full-time work from home customer service reps, and they want to support the Airbnb program. They start off at $14 an hour, and they have incentives, medical, dental, vision benefits, and paid training. And I love the fact that they have advancement opportunities. So you might want to look into this if you know anything about Airbnb. It is not going away. So go to jobs.sutherlandglobal.com. And don't forget, down below, underneath, in the description, we have all the links of things that we're going to talk about today, including how to get a hold of Deborah and Lady Lou.
and
So what do
Mary.
you ladies think about that opportunity?
Oh, big.
I love it because I've been an Airbnb superhost for over 10 years. And someone who wants to work from home and speak with people and support them as hosts and guests, I think it's a great idea. And Airbnb needs more people because it's an expanding market.
Yes.
Yes, and there's a lot of side things going on that are cropping up because of Airbnb, like people that have vineyards and places where they'll let you come for free. If you look in their vineyards, you might buy some wine, that type of thing. There's people that will allow you to park your motorhome or camper van or whatever you have in their driveway, like Lady Lou, okay? Not that she does this, but this is an example, right? She could charge to have people come out to her property.
Mhm.
She has 5 acres. There's plenty of room. She could make a little area, maybe even put some cement down, and they could have campfires and they could have hookups and things like that. And then that could be an Airbnb promotion, right? They
And
have their own place.
there's also a website called Hip Camp that supports people who want to have people come and be on their property, their land, their ranch, to be an alternative to staying in someone's home.
Ah,
It's called hipcamp.com.
Yeah, I watch all the people on YouTube that are talking about, getting out in campers and camper vans and tents and living in your car and you name it. And so there's a lot going on. But this particular job, I think, is really interesting. You could start there and expand out, learn how to do it yourself, right?
Yes.
Deborah, did anybody teach you how to do an Airbnb?
No,
No?
because before Airbnb, I was doing short-term rentals with the university and college and medical school interns and residents here in the Houston area in my 3-bedroom place. And then when Airbnb came into town, I checked it out and decided to go with Airbnb as well.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Well, the next one I have for you is called Inktel. And they have a contact center, and they have solutions for business owners, and they're starting at $15 an hour. It's all remote work. So I highly recommend that you go and look at it. It's inktel.com/careers. I, of course, look at every single thing that I bring you to make sure that these are real companies that are paying. I do my investigating and making sure that they really are paying $15 an hour. It's not a scam. These are real jobs. And some of them are part-time, some of them are full-time, and some of them just might give you ideas. All right, the last full one I have is Alorica. How do you say that, ladies?
Alorica.
And they start at $14.50 an hour. Now, they are from Tampa, but it's all remote. And notice that it says urgently hiring. Urgently hiring. That means you need a job now? Check it out. I think customer service reps are really in demand because everybody went online quickly. We have this virus going around, and everybody's scrambling around, and they're all working, and they're buying stuff online. And so they need more customer service reps. I could have probably put 25 new companies or new ads up on the screen today. And I only chose a few because I wanted you to see some of the ones that really caught my eye. Who wants to work for minimum wage? At least start with $14 an hour, right? Okay. Now, the last slide I have here is 3 different jobs. I thought it was interesting. If you're not a bookkeeper now, you want to make $20 to $30 an hour, learn how to be a bookkeeper. They're urgently hiring as well. Appeals law firm. And here's one I really thought was cool. Upbrainery. Upbrainery will allow you to be an online tutor. Now, all you have to have is a teaching or tutoring experience for 1 year and a high school or a GED. That's all you need to do. And they are hiring like mad because people aren't going to school. And you know what? Even when the virus is over, I bet you a lot of people are going to want to continue teaching their kids at home because it's safer. I know if I was a parent today, I would want my kids to be working and learning from home. Okay, and the last one I have here is Omni Interactions. They pay $14 to $16 an hour, and it's basically customer service. And they're really into you take the gig that you like. Okay, don't just do whatever we tell you to do. They really want gig people. And what that means to me is you pick and choose the jobs that you want. These are all work from home jobs. And I hope that I have talked to you about something that you are interested in, either on your phone or on your computer from home. Some people don't like to talk on the phone. You ever known somebody that just like refuses to talk to you on the phone? They have to text or email just to get them on the, well, I live with somebody like that, so I know all about it. You want to talk to her, you better send her an email.
It's okay. Everybody's got choices.
That's right. So she'd be good with the bookkeeping. She'd be good with the, the customer service, with the, like the little thing that pops up that says, how can we help you? And you have to type in your answer. It's like, if I could just talk to somebody, it would be easier than this.
Yeah, well, our personalities are just outer there. We're outer directed, extroverts.
Well, those are some really interesting opportunities for people who are looking for work right now.
Yes.
And they're available right now, urgent.
Urgently hiring. Yes, I can understand that. Those are jobs that you could go and get right now if you're desperate, because, and I don't mean desperate as in, oh my God, I'm going to be in the streets tomorrow. But if you're used to an income and all of a sudden your company laid everybody off, and unemployment is just not getting it, or you're not there yet, you have to wait a while, or they're trying to say that you can't have unemployment. This might be the opportunity for you to at least have something in between. So now I'd like to talk to Lady Lou and Deborah about some opportunities to work for yourself where you don't have to go and get a job. You don't have to apply. You can find something you really like to do and do it. Deborah, let's start with you.
Sure. Well, historically, I've been self-employed most of my life. College, I worked my way through college with a house cleaning service. I had great clients that morphed into a full-time client in the wine country of California, and I managed their vacation properties in the plural. And I really loved the independent lifestyle of working for myself and having just a few clients. Then when I came to Houston, I did get a job, and having a job showed me pretty quickly the restrictions of having to suit up and go someplace, earning, my income, but really working for someone else. So I started side jobs, and that started for me with organizing. I've always been very organized. I learned that from my mom, and I started helping other people during my vacation time or my comp time, helping people organize. So I created the organizing business, which has expanded into a packing service. Like I will, pack people's homes up to get them ready to move, or unpack them and set,
I got to remember that.
Yeah. And I've done home staging for homes to sell. A lot of decluttering as people are downsizing or getting ready to move to a new environment, helping people get ready for that. Then I also I got a message about diversifying my income. So, a couple of the things that I've taken on since my mom was in a direct sales company, she had as a side business, a direct sales company position. I started looking around for some way to diversify my income. And over the last 6 years, I've taken on 3 direct sale positions in well-established debt-free companies. And that's during this pandemic, especially having money come in every month that I've done the footwork for has helped us stay in our home, keep my car, all kinds of things that wouldn't have been possible at this time if I didn't have streams of income. And recently we started getting educated about and participating in the what's it called? Cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
As another income stream, and that's been pretty exciting. So I'm always looking for someone to come on my team, and or one of my teams, whether it's the health and wellness industry or someone who wants to shadow with me, and I would pay them to help me in my organizing business. And those kinds of opportunities are out there in our area.
They are. And a lot of folks they don't have the awareness of what is available.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you could come in, because look what you have done. I mean, it's all of these things that you've done in your career,
Mm-hmm.
and they've all added up. And now you have this wonderful career, if you will, because it's all different companies that you work with, not for.
That's
because
right.
You found them. So
yes.
Can people come to you for counseling?
Absolutely. I love to consult with people, whether they want to be an Airbnb host or they want to have, a side income, like a side gig, or they want to really go full on. I know several of my friends who took on something new and actually were in a position to be able to let go right away of what they had been doing.
Oh, wow.
And go full on into something new, and to be able to create within 6 months or so, a complete replacement income with benefits.
So somebody from the audience, Ricky McKenna. Hi, Ricky. She says, that sounds like fun. I agree. Different streams are important. Would love to know more about cryptocurrencies and am open to organizing. So, okay, fantastic. So I just happen to know how to get a hold of Ricky. And so after I will let you know how to get a hold of her.
Ricky, I'm looking forward to speaking with you.
Yes. And she wants to,
I'll tell you how I keep my own life organized is I took a course called Mission Control. And if you live in the Houston area, you know a lot about Mission Control, because that's the NASA Space Center where everything's working like like a Swiss watch. And I took a course called Mission Control, which was a way to create a whole new relationship to time. And I use the systems that I learned in Mission Control to organize my electronic calendar, my physical space, how I deal with email, and it's helped me bring on new businesses and have it all work.
That's wonderful. Well, I'd kind of like to delve into a little bit about what Lady Lou is doing. She's got a side hustle going that relates to health and wellness, but it's in a totally different way, and it helps with people who are thinking about COVID and keeping COVID out of your house. And then I'd like to talk about something that I stumbled on. Lady Lou, tell us more about what you're doing to help people feel safer in their home.
Well, it's the most amazing thing. It's an air purification system, and it's this big, and it'll do a 3,000 square foot house. And I've just been overwhelmed with the things that it's doing for people to keep them healthy, because it's like a little Pac-Man that pushes out purified air that has this stuff in it. I don't even know it. I don't understand it, but we don't have to understand it as long as it works. And it goes out there and grabs the bacteria, the dust mites. That I live on a dirt pit road. My house is so dusty, it's unreal. I want clean air. I haven't had clean air in 10 years because of this dirt pit road. And it cleans the air. It's just like whoosh, sucks up that dust. If there's smoke in the area, like, the California people need this, it just evaporates smoke. So if you've got a smoker in the house, this is going to be perfect.
Oh, and I need two. I need two of those.
You need to. It is just so overwhelming. And there's also the business opportunity side of it. So I'm just so thrilled about it that it's I can't wait to get it started. I've sold my nephew one. His mom and dad want one. My sister's going to get one. Everybody I know wants one of these little guys.
Well, one of them I want to give as a gift because my dog has play dates over her house and she smokes cigars and lots of cigarettes. And I just really would prefer to have cleaner air for my dog. And I want my dog to be able to go over there and play, but she's only this tall. And,
Yeah.
I just, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Lady Lou, I have down in the description how to get a hold of you. So if you
Thank
go to
you.
patreon.com/thebabyboomerbabe, you can reach out to Lady Lou. And we'll also put up Deborah's information down there in just a minute here. Um, is that all you wanted to say, Lady Lou? Because I know how important that is. And
Well,
and I know that you also can help people do this too if they're looking for work, right?
yes, yes, because it's one of those opportunities that nobody can guarantee our income when we work for ourselves. It's how much work you want to put into it, how diligent you are, and how bright you are, because there's systems. Everybody's got a system and they help you. They have trainings. So it's not that difficult. And this product, oh my God, it's just amazing. And everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, but most people need one of them in their home. And
And
they've
I
even got one you wear around your neck. So when you go out to the grocery store, you're breathing fresh air.
And it's so easy to sell. I know a lady out of, I think she's in Missouri right now, who is selling multiples a day. And so she's like, I don't know, in her 80s, and she's excitable and happy. And she is just sharing this opportunity. So if this is something that you think you might want to sell, also contact Lady Lou and she can tell you how to go about that.
Right. And it's not as much about selling as it is about sharing
Well,
the
we love to
interest.
share.
Yeah, the share. So if you've got that gene, I've got that gene, so does Marian. I bet you Deborah does too. We love to share what we know and how we can help each other. Thank you, Marian.
Oh, absolutely, because I know that's important, and I do want to give that as a present for my doggy daycare lady. I don't want to ask her to stop smoking, but it really does bother me.
Oh,
Okay, so we've got some more audience participation. California and Colorado. I have a friend there whose phone I'll give you. She could use the clean air system. Can you put the name on the scroller?
sure.
Okay. Absolutely. And Lady Lou, if you could just type in your information in the private chat or talk to her after the show's over, that would be
I'll
great.
call you, Ricky. I'll call
Okay.
you.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Okay. So one thing that I stumbled across that I think is perfect for me, it might not be for you, especially during COVID. However, I absolutely love it. And that is I am now a mobile notary. So I'm getting
Yes.
calls from people who don't want to go out or who can't go out and they have to have something notarized. And so I haven't even like told anybody about it. I don't know how people are finding out, but I've gotten 4 calls already. One was for an attorney who wanted a will signing ceremony, someone to help them with their wills and their power of attorney, medical power of attorney, and all that. There were 10 different documents. So I met them at the office, and yes, the lawyer can do the mobile or the notary, but they really shouldn't be the lawyer and the notary. So she asked me if I could do it, and I said, of course, I am now a notary public. So the next one was a gentleman who wanted to have his mail delivered into a third party, kind of like Office in America. You can have your mail delivered with a third party, but the Postal Service requires it to be notarized. And he didn't have time. His bank is not open. He didn't want to. And he said, Marian, if you'll come out and notarize it for me, I'll pay you. I'll pay you, whatever you want. And I said, I'll be there. And another one that this is really what calls to my heart. Okay, a friend of mine saw something on Facebook that said I was a mobile notary, and her father-in-law was dying, and it was very like really quick. Okay, so she called me. She said, Marian, can you come over right away? He wants to change his will before he dies. And so the lawyer had already worked up the paperwork. All I had to do was go in and make sure that he was of his right mind. I had to ask him some questions and do what I'm supposed to do and have him sign it. And I witnessed the signing and notarized it. Now, that got me to thinking. My heart is pulled toward the elderly, the elder care industry. I love helping people who can't help themselves. It's what I'm called to do. And so this is something I could do. So if you want some information about doing what I'm doing, it's just another one of my side gigs, it's a hustle. I'd be happy to share the information with you.
There you go. That's beautiful, Marian, because
Yeah.
I know where your heart is. So, what else do you do, Deborah? I know you've got
Yeah.
several things. You're called a human science professional. What's that?
Oh,
Well, in addition to consulting with people about business, I really love to lead courses, which are personal growth and development courses. And I do that through the senior division or the graduate division of Landmark Worldwide. I've been doing that. I've been participating since 2000, so it's been 20 years. And I've been leading programs for about 4 years now. And that gives people in my life, however they come across me and we have the conversation for what they're looking for, gives me just the most gratifying experience of seeing people move aside barriers and step forward into futures that they create. They design their own life and then they go and live their own life, the one that they designed. And it's just something that gives me a lot of heart fulfillment.
Oh, beautiful.
And
I understand that totally.
Yeah. And gosh,
Wow.
I like to support people, and I do this for free. I lead the courses for free. The course does have a cost, but I lead the course for free. And I like to, I'm a resource professional. That's what I would say. You gave these call center job opportunities, Marian, and I was on a call center here in the Houston area for 11 years and realized after working with closely aligned with the United Way helpline, how much I enjoy putting people together with resources. And that arises in a conversation. So I love to have conversations with people for what they want, what they need. And then you have to be careful, because if you tell me what you want and what you need, I'm standing for it, and my stand is powerful.
Yes. Did you all hear that? That's so powerful. I love it.
Well, don't you have a little free offer for our audience?
I do. Ricky's going to be hearing from me because she's going to be receiving her choice of a free health pack of resources and products, or she's going to get a free consultation from me for some decluttering.
Perfect. Thank you.
And there's another opportunity for someone else to step up and let us hear from them as well.
Right. Oh, I love that. So all that information is in the description down below this video on how to reach Deborah. It's just so much that we could talk about on this show, because working from home is going to, well, it already has exploded, but it's just going to get bigger, because so many people now realize they can have their teams, their office crews working from home, and they don't have to pay for this big office and all the insurance that's necessary when you have an office. And now the people can work from home and do the same work, probably more efficiently anyway, because there's no commute time. They don't have to worry about their cars not starting in the morning. Oh, it's going to get bigger and bigger. So it's time now, if you haven't thought about it, it's time now to think about finding your work from home. And everybody has an expertise at something. It might be drawing. It might be singing. You could teach classes. And talk about Patreon, Marian, real quick. We got a few minutes.
Okay. So Ricky's saying thank you. She'd like to know more about the Resource Center as well. So you guys have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Just so you know, down below in the description on YouTube, Facebook, and on all your favorite podcast apps, you'll find all the links that we talked about today, including the work from home jobs that I brought to your attention today.
Yes.
So yeah, to close out today, I just definitely want to let you know that a lot of people have gifts and talents that they're keeping to themselves. They don't really mean to, they just don't know how to share it. So I'm giving a class on patreon.com. And I have been asked by 3 people in the last week. So that's the universe telling
Hey.
me it's time to put a new class together. I did a couple last year and they were sold out in a very short period of time. So don't delay. When you see it pop up, you need to get in or let me know right now that you're interested, because Patreon is a way for your community, whether you have one now or not, okay, you can build it. It's a way for your community to support you. It's not a donation. It's not a hand me down or hand me up, or it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's people that love what you do or want to know more about what you do. It's a way for them to give back. Okay, give to you, the artist or the person who is giving of your talents. Just a couple examples. Lady Lou and I both know some people that are doing podcasting and making $30,000 a month and more.
Oh, I love it.
Podcasting, that's what we're doing right now, the audio portion, okay, on iTunes and things. Also, people are making money doing, does this thing really work? So I'll give you an example. This is a little device that holds tape, right? Does this thing really work? Should you buy it? Well, I can tell you all about it. And so people send them gifts and people send them products from Amazon all day and all night, and they just show it to you. They unbox it and show it to you how it works and if it's for your hair, you know. And literally they're making,
Big bucks.
I won't even go into how much they're making because it's a lot and you
Yeah.
wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But this training is going to show you how to do this, how to create a Patreon page where your patrons can support you. All right. So
And
that's it for today,
well, let's
Lady
one
Lou.
more little thing about Patreon, folks.
Okay.
There is no charge for this platform. It's free. Now they take care of all the taxes and all the money that comes in and then sends you, they take a small percentage, I think about 10%, and they send the rest of it to you. So they do the paperwork as well as the taxes. And it's a beautiful platform. So sign up for this class right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Even if it's not for you, you could share it with somebody.
There you go.
And Ricky is saying she loves Patreon. It's a great community for those of us who love to share our talents and get rewarded for it. Thank you, Ricky. Ricky
Thank
was
you.
in my class, and now she has a Patreon page. So I highly recommend that you check that out as well. All right, well, that's it for today. We hope you've enjoyed it, gotten some, some interesting ideas, and and I want you to contact Deborah and Louise and myself, whoever you, all 3 of us, if you want, because we have things we want to share with you.
Yes.
All right.
We love you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Deborah. We appreciate you being here. You're so wise.
See you next time.